let's talk business. Hello everybody, my name is Eric. You are watching Oakland Tobacconist. Today I'm smoking the Charter Oak Rothschild by Foundation Cigar Company. If you're interested in their brand, many other boutique and craft companies out there, check us out, you know where to find us. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, even share the video if you can. It really helps us continue to bring the best education we can within our industry. So today is something a bit different I want to talk about, and I don't really want to focus on a negative side, but there are a few facts that we've got to get straight. Right now I'm smoking the broadleaf, the Maduro version of the Charter Oak by Foundation Cigar Company. Foundation is a prime example of what I enjoy in the small batch, like craft blending style, the boutique side of the cigar industry. Why is it important to support the boutique side of cigars? Why is it that Oakland Tobacconist carries so many boutique cigars? And I've covered this in a few videos, but there's also something happening in the undercurrent. And that is the corporate side as well. Now, for a lot of us, we want to try new things. We want to see what's new on the market. We have our favorites that we always go back to, that we absolutely love. Foundation Cigar Company, Black Label Trading Company, Stallone Cigars. These are all different brands I absolutely love, and I will continue to go back to. And I also really enjoy those limited drops. I enjoy those seasonal drops or even holiday drops. There's just so much about it that makes this smoking experience that much more richer. However, I will say that it's not only important to try boutique cigars to further your palate, because I do feel like for the prices that are coming out and the experiences that you can have, I feel like more of the interest for myself and some of the better blends are on the craft side. But at the same time, you have that personal touch behind it. You can meet the blenders, you talk with the blenders, there is investment there. There's emotional, financial investment from the cigar maker to their brands as they continue to grow it. The alternate side of that, of course, is the bigger companies, and there's nothing wrong with the bigger companies. I'm not trying to say one is better than the other, but I will say recently there's been several different smaller brands, smaller craft brands that have been purchased up by the corporate world. And you can look into what those brands are. This channel right now is not about putting a finger or spotlight on anything that doesn't need to be. But several smaller companies get bought up, and this is not a new thing. We've seen this happen in the craft side. You can see companies like Budweiser will buy up small microbreweries just to delete that competition, but also to take it under the fold of Budweiser. And so it's also happening in the cigar world. As original as some ideas might seem, the business side is very much traditional. And there's a lot of things that you'll see that cross over into other industries. So as these smaller companies get bought up, the people behind them, the personalization behind those blends also unfortunately get bought up. And so you see some of those blends change, you see maybe some of the branding change. The whole company as a whole might go through a major transformation. Now, in and of itself, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I can definitely see some downsides to certain aspects, especially if you love that brand, what that person behind that brand brings to the table. Unfortunately, you see a lot of that go away when it's purchased by a bigger corporation. To me, in my mind, it's very important to support the boutique side of things, the craft side, because we want that experience, that personalized experience behind it, and also there's a lot of integrity behind it as well. And you see companies like Viaje trying to support the brick and mortar by dropping small limiteds every month. You see companies like Nick Melillo's Foundation, Black Label Trading, really being involved in the brick and mortar side and really being involved in the shop owner, because at the end of the day, I mean, as a mom and pop shop, that's really what we're about, is the education and the enjoyment of cigars with one another, but also that personalized experience. And so it's very important that some of those brands, those favorite brands, are supported that way. Not only do I find that the experience is that much better, but also that there is an enriched ability to educate. You get responses back or direct feedback, whether it be social media, whether it be on the phone, versus you send it an email and it gets lost to the corporate side. So I've seen this happen. We saw a big company, a favorite company, get bought out last year. We saw another company just get bought out this year. And I see this continually to snowball. The interesting thing about it too is the bigger companies that purchased also have direct lines to consumers. So of course they're trying to push that inventory as quick as possible, and it may not even be the same blend. So just a few aspects to consider, especially as we head into 2023. These are a few concerns I have of mine. I think it's very important, as in any industry, support the brick and mortar, support the mom and pop side, support the boutique and craft side. Not only do I feel like this is important, but also I think the better cigars come out of it when someone's name is on the line for that cigar and they put their passion, their soul behind that cigar. You can enjoy it and taste it within the leaves. Stuff like Foundation, stuff like Viaje, stuff like Aganorsa leaf, and you can have that integrity as well. It's very important, especially as we are moving forward and the cigar industry expands. Do keep that in mind, the importance of the craft side. As always, thank you for smoking with me here on the channel. We'll see you next time on Oakland Tobacconist.